Most people are running from these used cars in 2025, but the smart ones, they're scooping them up and building wealth. Today, I'll show you the rejected cars that can actually put money back in your pocket if you know what to look for. Model 1, Toyota Prius, 2012 to 2015. Let's kick things off with a car most people laugh at, the early 2010s Toyota Prius. Yep, the boring hybrid that Uber drivers love. Here's why it's secretly a goldmine. If you're the type of driver who wants dirt cheap ownership and hates visiting the gas station, this one's for you. Under the hood, you get Toyota's bulletproof hybrid system. Sure, the battery eventually wears down, but if you check service records and make sure the pack's been replaced or still test strong, you're set. The CVT transmission is reliable, and most of these engines sail past 200,000 miles with basic maintenance. Fuel economy? Around 50 miles per gallon. Try finding another car this size that can do that. Inside, it's no luxury lounge, but you get decent space, simple tech, and the confidence that parts are everywhere. Right now, a clean 2012 to 2015 Prius can be had for under 10 grand. And while everyone else ignores them, sharp buyers are holding on to these as fuel prices creep back up. And if you thought hybrids were the only rejected moneymakers, wait until you see the next one, it might surprise you. Model 2 Ford Crown Victoria, 2007 to 2011. Next up, a car that screams taxi or police cruiser, the Ford Crown Vic. Most folks see these and think, beat up fleet car, but smart buyers know better. If you're the kind of person who wants a tank on wheels, simple to fix. And with that old school rear-wheel drive feel, this is your ride. Under the hood sits the legendary 4.6-liter V8 paired with a 4-speed automatic. It's not quick, with just over 200 horsepower, but it's a drivetrain that mechanics can rebuild in their sleep. These things regularly cross 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. Common issues? Look for rust around the rear frame rails, and check suspension bushings, they wear out after years of police duty. If it passes those tests, you've got a long-haul workhorse. Inside, it's plain but roomy, with that wide American sedan comfort. And here's the kicker. You can still find clean ones between 6 and 9 grand. Values have been creeping up as enthusiasts and collectors realize the supply is drying up. And speaking of forgotten giants, the next pick is a European luxury car everyone avoids, but the clever ones are buying cheap and flipping for profit. Model 3 BMW 5 Series, 2008 to 2012, E60 and E61. Alright, here's the curveball. The late 2000s BMW 5 Series. Most buyers run away from these like they're haunted, but that's exactly why sharp buyers can snag them cheap. This one's for drivers who crave luxury and a bit of fun, but don't want to spend Mercedes money. The straight-six engines in the 530i are fairly reliable if serviced on time. Avoid the turbocharged versions unless you're ready to wrench. The ZF 6-speed automatic is smooth, but check for leaks and delayed shifts. Known headaches? Electronics. Window regulators, iDrive glitches, and oil leaks are common. The trick is to buy one with strong maintenance records and preferably from an older owner who babied it. On the road, you get rear-wheel drive balance, about 260 horsepower, and surprisingly decent fuel economy for a luxury sedan, around 20 miles per gallon combined. Inside, you're surrounded by leather, wood, and that classic BMW driving feel. Right now, you can scoop up a clean 2008 to 2012 model for as little as 7 to 9 grand. And while everyone's scared of repair bills, the well-kept ones are quietly climbing in value. And if you thought an older BMW was bold, wait until you see the next one. It's a Japanese SUV that people wrote off, but it's starting to look like a hidden treasure. Hey, quick pit stop before we jump into the next hidden gem. Grab your phone, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment telling me which city you're watching from. I love seeing where this community of smart car buyers is tuning in from. Model 4, Lexus GX 470, 2003 to 2009. Now, here's a Japanese SUV that's been hiding in plain sight, the Lexus GX 470. For years, people brushed it off as just a fancy Toyota 4Runner with a big V8. But here's the secret. That's exactly why it's so good. This one's for families who want luxury comfort, but also the ability to go off-road without breaking a sweat. Under the hood, you've got Toyota's 4.7-liter V8 paired with a 5-speed automatic. This combo is nearly bulletproof. With regular timing belt changes, these engines cruise past 300,000 miles. Known issues? Check the air suspension in the rear. Many owners swap it to standard coils for peace of mind. Rust can creep into the frame, especially in northern states. So get under there with a flashlight. On the road, you've got about 260 horsepower, 14 to 16 miles per gallon, and that silky Lexus ride inside. Leather seats, heated everything, and plenty of room for the kids or gear. Here's the kicker. Clean examples that once sold for nearly 60 grand new can now be found between 12 and 18 grand. And as overlanding and off-road builds keep trending, values are holding strong and even climbing. But if luxury off-roaders aren't your style, don't worry, the next pick is a good old American truck that everyone ignores, until they realize how smart of a buy-it island. Model 5. Chevrolet Silverado 1500, 2011, 2013, 5.3 V8. Alright, time for some good old American muscle. In pickup form, the early 2010s Chevy Silverado 150. Most buyers pass these up because they're not the newest body style, but that's exactly what makes them such a bargain right now. If you're the type who needs a reliable work truck that can still look sharp with a set of wheels and a polish, this is for you. The 5.3-liter Vortec V8 is a proven engine, paired with a 6-speed automatic that, if serviced, lasts well over 200,000 miles. Common issues? Watch for excessive oil consumption on higher mileage units, check for rust along the rocker panels, and test the four-wheel drive system. If it all checks out, you've got a dependable hauler. Power-wise, you're looking at around 315 horsepower with towing capacity north of 9,000 pounds. Inside, it's basic but functional, with plenty of aftermarket options to upgrade comfort. Here's the kicker. Clean Silverados from 2011 to 2013 are sitting in the 12 to 15 grand range, which is thousands less than a newer model, with nearly the same capability. And speaking of vehicles that outlast their reputation, these older gems are holding value better than most people think. Up next, a rugged SUV with a police past and a smart future. Model 6 Chevrolet Tahoe 2007 to 2014, police package and civilian. Here's one you've definitely seen with flashing lights, the Chevy Tahoe. Most folks think of them as worn-out ex-cop SUVs, but the truth is, with the right buy, they can be one of the smartest moves in the used market. This is perfect if you want a full-size SUV that can tow, haul the family, and take a beating without fancy electronics getting in the way. Under the hood, most of these run the 5.3-liter V8 with around 320 horsepower. It's paired with a 4 or 6-speed automatic that, when serviced, is solid. Now, what to look for? Former police units usually have tougher suspensions and upgraded cooling, but you'll want to check for idle hours. Many spent more time running parked than actually driving. Civilian versions, especially LT or LTZ trims, give you leather, third-row seating, and a more comfortable ride. Rust on the frame and worn interiors are common, so inspect carefully. Fuel economy is nothing special at 15 miles per gallon combined, but you're buying capability here. And the price? Clean civilian Tahoes run around 10 to 14 grand, while ex-police models can dip under 9 if you don't mind the bare-bones interior. And if you thought a police Tahoe was interesting, wait until you see the next one. It's a minivan most families overlook, but the sharp buyers know its secret value. Model 7 Honda Odyssey 2011-2013. Alright, time to talk minivans, the Honda Odyssey. Most people ignore these because they think they're just boring family haulers, but smart buyers know they can be reliable moneymakers if you pick the right one. If you're a parent who needs space for kids, pets, and road trips, this one's a no-brainer. It comes with Honda's 3.5-liter V6, pushing around 248 horsepower, paired with a 5 or 6-speed automatic. The engines themselves are solid, but here's the catch. Transmissions can be weak on poorly serviced vans. Always test for hard shifts or slipping before buying. Another thing to check, the sliding doors. They love to jam if not lubricated. And if you hear ticking from the engine, it could be cylinder deactivation issues, so listen closely. But when you get a good one, you've got a van that comfortably carries up to 8 passengers, averages about 20 miles per gallon, and can easily last past 200,000 miles. Here's the kicker. Clean 2011 to 2013 Odysseys often sell between 8 and 12 grand. Families on a budget love them, which keeps resale values strong. And while most people stop at minivans, the next pick is a sporty coupe that looked like a failure when new, but today it's turning heads in the used market. Model 8 Hyundai Genesis Coupe 2010 to 2014. Now here's a car that a lot of folks dismissed when it first hit the market, the Hyundai Genesis Coupe. But here's the twist. Smart buyers are realizing it's one of the best bang-for-buck sporty cars you can grab right now. This one's for the driver who wants fun without breaking the bank. Under the hood, you'll find either the 2.0 turbo 4-cylinder or the stronger 3.8-liter V6. The V6 is the gem here, with over 300 horsepower paired to either a 6-speed manual or an automatic. Reliability? Surprisingly solid if maintained, though the turbo models need careful ownership. Always check for smoking, exhaust, or laggy boost. The V6 seconds are much more bulletproof. Look for worn clutches on the manuals and test the suspension, as many were driven hard. Inside, it's basic compared to a Mustang or Camaro, but you still get a driver-focused cockpit and room for 2 adults up front. Fuel economy runs in the low 20s, but that's fair trade for the fun. Right now, a clean Genesis Coupe can be had for around 10 to 13 grand. And while muscle cars keep climbing in price, these are becoming the underdog choice for enthusiasts. Funny thing is, the cars most people avoid are often the ones that make the smartest owners smile years later. If you've been hunting for a used deal in 2025, these rejected models might just be your ticket. Don't leave yet! If you like hidden gems, you'll love our video on overlooked SUVs, or the one where we break down trucks that outlast almost anything on the road. Subscribe, tell me in the comments which city you're watching from, and keep those wheels turning until the next one.